I'm getting into collecting cards too late. I played a lot of the games growing up, but now that I have money and there's a bunch of cards that I want to get, I just feel like I'm just too late. And that's a comment that somebody left in one of my recent videos. And in that, I want to quickly just touch on it. This is going to be a simple talking video, so don't expect anything fancy, but I want to address this comment because I feel like this comment resonated with me a lot, and I think it resonates with a lot of people more than some people would even think. Now, is it too late to get into Pokemon? No, it's not. Technically speaking, anyone that wasn't there since the inception of it would be considered too late because you didn't know the original Pokemon, you didn't know the second generation or the third or the fourth. Like, I don't think that you're too late to get into technically anything. The only time you can ever really be too late to something is if you're not there since the actual beginning of it. But even then, when it comes to something like Pokemon, it's something that's been going on for so long now that you can miss stuff, you can fall behind. And given me, for example, the reason this comment resonated so much with me is because, yeah, like, sure, I should have started my own Pokemon card collection business over at leafbracer.co with my family when literally Pokemon started, when cards started being sold. I should have, like, at 5 years old, or not even then. I think Pokemon came out way before I was even born. Or was it like a year before? Maybe 2? The point is that it's not too late to get into something. You can be behind. Like, I am so behind in regards to like the TCG in general. Like, trading card games or trading cards in general, growing up for me was not my main interest. Like, I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I remember having my first like Dark Magician deck that was based off of Yu-Gi's, based on the show. And I remember wanting like to get all the ancient Egyptian god cards and what have you. But even then, I stopped getting into it because at the time, because I was young and I was way more into video games, just like the commenter said, yeah, I just played a lot of the games more than anything. And as I got older, I realized like, oh, how cool the cards are. My brother and I definitely like got into collecting some things, but Pokemon cards in specific was something that I mainly played. I never considered getting into it. And yeah, now that here we are in 2024, we decided to open our own little card store and are gonna try to sell cards now and what have you. Yeah, I technically am too late, right? Like, if we're going based off the comment, I shouldn't be doing this. In fact, some people would even tell me that I'm foolish for getting into it right now. But look, you guys don't really know too much of me either in terms of like my career, right? Like, I'm a professional video editor. So it may not look it based on the videos. I get that because I can't put as much time into these videos as I would like, at least not right now, because this isn't my full-time job. So I'm a professional editor. I work as that full-time. I work for companies, but I also have worked with a bunch of creators. If you guys want, I'll even link my main channel down below. I'm getting close to like 6,000 subs on there, but I talk to other professional editors in my field. I talked to editors for a bunch of big creators, like for Wendover Productions. I used to work with Thomas Frank. I know a bunch of influencers and a bunch of companies in the online world. I even have friends that are over at Disney, at Warner Brothers and Paramount and all this. But I say all that to say, I've been in the editing world for 15 years. I'm 30. I started video editing at 15, and I have great connections now. But if anyone wanted to get into the editing space, I wouldn't tell them that they're too late. I would just say you have a lot of learning to do. And the same would go for this world itself as well with Pokemon, because I just see it as I'm just behind. And that doesn't mean just because I'm behind, it's not possible to get into it, or it's not possible to have a career in it. All that matters is your actual desire and drive to really learn. Like, ever since 7 months ago that I really wanted to start collecting, and me and my brother started, even this channel I think was started like a month after we started collecting. Like, just because I'm behind does not mean I'm too late. Like, I just don't see it that way. I just think if you really want to get into something, just do it. Just jump in, but you have to commit. Like, if you really, like, for example, for me, again, I'm going to speak for myself. Like, I have packs of cards that I need to put away into inventory. I was sleeving cards right now before I turn on this camera. Like, I have this Tapu Bulu that I still need to sleeve. It's a holographic and what have you. And also speaking on cards, right? Like, I just like an hour ago, learn how to play the Pokemon TCG, like the actual TCG game, using the online game of it. I just played that with a friend who's teaching me how to play. And I'm learning because it's gonna help me understand even more that side of the world. To understand that how my business, the Pokemon trading card business that I wanna start, and eventually a cafe, how that can play into people that actually play the card game, you know? And I'm doing that out of like, yeah, I'm interested in it, but also because I think that learning aspect will never go away. I'm never gonna be like too late to learn something. I can always learn it. You know, like there's a lot that we can learn if we actually have the interest. And I think that's the mindset that I think a lot of people need to understand. Like if you wanted to be a video editor, whoever's watching this, you would probably reach out to me hoping to get advice. Like that's all you got to do. All you need is to just start asking people for advice, asking for tips, watching videos, learning. Skills are always learned. Running a business, you can always learn how to run a business, but putting it into practice, just like anything else, any other skill, is literally how you learn. You know, like I even got another comment that someone said that I'm too late, or that I'm not ready because I don't have a distributor. How am I going to restock? And all these questions. And actually I'll use this opportunity to say it now. Like, listen, I understand your concerns, but those concerns are concerns that I've thought about for months now before we even started. And just so you know, I already have a Japanese guy that's gonna be helping me with sending me supplies. And matter of fact, by the time you guys might watch this, I either have just received my box or my box will be arriving very shortly. So go to leafbracer.co if you're looking to buy some Obsidian in Japanese, Obsidian Flames, or Ruler of the Black Flame, as it is in Japanese. And then I also got some, I believe I got some, the Electric Charge Breaker, or Bleaker. See, look, I'm still learning. And I'm gonna post this on YouTube. Anyone that is like deep in this can make fun of me all they want. Like, it doesn't matter. Stuff like this can be learned. It just matters how much of involvement you want to have, as well as just knowing how to talk to people, learning to message people, like reaching out. Like, I don't know. I don't want this video to be preachy, right? Like, oh, you can do whatever you set your mind to kind of thing. But I think there's something to be said where people will gatekeep you and want to gatekeep you out of things if you weren't there from the beginning. And I just don't think that is true. Anything can be learned. Skills can always be learned. What cannot be learned is determination, grit, your willingness to put in the work. Like, no one teaches me how to do that. You know, it's already 8:04 p.m. as I record this. I've been working literally since I woke up. My day job of video editing, I was doing some side stuff, talking to a potential client that I might be editing with on the side. And then now I'm working on the Pokemon business. No one teaches me how to do that. I do it instinctively because I know that's the work that needs to get done. So, is it too late? No, I just don't believe that. I don't think it is. If anything, you're behind, but that is a matter of just learning more. And I think if I can do it, you know, being 30 years old and only just now getting into the TCG and just now really understanding Pokemon cards and like just how to, like what makes them cool, what people want to buy. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when I saw that comment, I really felt like I wanted to talk about it. And just know, I'm vouching for you. I'm voting for you rather. I'm like, just know you got me out here supporting you the way I would like people to support me with what I'm doing, because, you know, it's something I want to accomplish and I'm going to work towards that. And that's all I really see it as. It's more work, more learning, but it's okay. I'm ready to do so. Now, if any of you out there that are watching this video, if you made it to this end, if you'd like to buy any Pokemon cards from us, go on over to leafbracer.co. We are a family-owned Pokemon trading card store, or at least to start. Eventually, it'll be a whole different thing. Well, not different. We're still going to sell Pokemon cards. I just want it to be eventually like a cafe that is themed to the 90s, because that's a period of my life that I love. And then maybe even sell Pokemon cards in that cafe. It's going to be like a split thing. It's a whole big dream, and the only way that can happen is through your guys' support. So head on over to leafbracer.co. Like I mentioned, we have quite a couple things coming in inventory. I know I have some Stellar Crown booster boxes that should be coming. Actually, they're already here. I just gotta go pick them up. And then I will be having soon also Ruler of the Black Flame, which is Japanese version of Obsidian Flames, in as well. If it's not on the website by the time you're watching this video, then that just means I haven't gotten it yet. But my point is, it's coming. You're getting it firsthand notice that it's gonna be coming soon. So check it out if you guys are interested. But okay, thank you guys for watching this. Buy some cards, support the business. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.